Hi, we're back on another walk. Just wanted to give you a quick update on how things are going with Bug Fight. I had a great play test a couple days ago and got some good feedback that I'm excited to implement. To explain it, I need to give a quick refresher on how the game works. If you'll remember, bugs are played to areas, and then those areas are captured when the power value of a bug is bigger than that area's capture target. Well, one of the things we talked about is that the capture target on certain areas is actually maybe too low. Since you're checking it against a bug's power number here, the snail has a power level of 5. Maybe those bug power levels are just too high, or maybe those capture targets are too low, such that by the time you have enough energy there at a certain area to set up a big move, somebody's already captured it. Maybe you've already captured it, because usually it's the case where if you have about 3 bugs in an area, that's enough to capture it. And maybe that might not be enough setup to pull off a big move. So what I'm going to try to do now is pull all those captured target values, this like 14 on the garden card, I'm going to try to pull those a little bit higher so that players end up using more bugs at a given area before that area gets captured. Now, of course, that has certain implications on the rest of the design. That could make the game really long, especially if I kept in all the areas that are there now, because there are about 15 areas. You don't always see all of them every game, but you often see most of them. So I think the easiest counterbalance to making the capture targets higher is that I'll have to take some of the areas out of the game, which honestly is okay. I've been struggling to come up with a purpose for a lot of the areas and come up with interesting things that the areas can do once you capture them, so that's fine by me. Thankfully, it's not so hot today. It's a little bit overcast. I'm interested in the narrative or story making implications of this shift. It will make each lane, or the contest over each lane, a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more protracted and drawn out, which I think is interesting. I'm a little concerned that the longer that the conflict goes over one specific lane, it's more likely for someone to suffer sort of a big loss. But maybe that's good. Maybe I should open up the design so that people can really invest on one lane and then take a big hit when they lose it. But it could also mean that as soon as someone starts investing on one lane, the other player recognizes that and just doesn't put any of their bugs there. And then the other person has to just end up putting a bunch of bugs down to get that lane for free. Maybe that's not so fun. I'll have to play test some more and figure that out. Speaking of playtesting, that is a challenge that I'm hitting. And in fact, if anybody has any ideas or any solutions for this that they've encountered in trying to design something themselves, I'm having a little bit of trouble getting playtests. It's probably the station of life that I'm in. Oh, car coming. 1 second. What was I saying? It's the station of life that I'm in. I'm in my mid-30s. All my friends that I grew up with are in their mid-30s. I have kids. They have kids. People have busy work schedules. So I don't know. I have some sense that I need to be tapping into like my local game stores a little bit better, or reaching out to them, but I'm not exactly sure. Also want to give a quick update on art. I've been really excited about some of the like concept work that I've seen from an artist that I'm working with. His name is Alan. He's in Chicago. What I'm actually going to do this week is share some of that rough concept sketch stuff that I've gotten from Alan on my Patreon. Did you know that I have a Patreon? It's only $2. You should join my Patreon if you would love to see a great drawing of a caterpillar. And that's kind of it for Bug Fight updates this week. I plan on answering some comment questions that have been backlogged over the last couple weeks in next week's installment, so make sure to tune in for that. But also, full disclosure, I am working on the GMTK Game Jam this week with a programmer that I've connected with in France. We're making a ridiculous blend of skee ball and an idle game. Hopefully I can show that off next week as well, but that's very much still in process. And I should also say, the end of summer break is upon us. I go back to teaching tomorrow, and while I don't have a huge load, I am interested if I can keep up the same pace of YouTube updates and working on the game as much as I have. I should say I am really thankful for where the game is going into the fall. It certainly feels less like it's in like a really fundamental design space and more in like a I'm balancing and tweaking and fiddling with numbers, as you can see from how I'm looking at the capture target on an area, to go all the way back to the second entry in this diary, it doesn't feel so much like an ant hole problem. I'm not so worried about fundamental issues with the game anymore. And I feel more confident that the issues that I'm encountering are high level stuff. I also want to say thank you so much for watching this thing. I've been surprised by the people that have stuck around and watched this diary and commented and encouraged me to keep doing it. When I started doing this, I just thought, boy, this is going to be the most boring thing ever. My second video was like a 20-minute rules explainer. Since then, I've only gotten more boring and more in the weeds. But thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.